Hello, and welcome to Let's Make a Top-Down Shooter. This video is about building a generic pickup system, and we'll start by using it for ammo pickup. We're going to start by copying the ClampAttributeOnChange function over from HealthSet to WeaponSet. This will be used for the loaded and carried ammo. Also copy over the function. So now when we add ammo to either of these, it cannot go above the max values that are currently set up here. Compile and launch that. We're going to add another folder called Pickups. Add an actor blueprint. Call this BP Pickup Base. For this, I'm just going to add a cube component. Make it the default. Throw that in the world. All right, gonna make that about 0.25. Going to throw a sphere collision on that. And then for the cube, we'll just disable collision. And the sphere we want to overlap. Do not want it to block attacks, so we'll turn those off. And it doesn't technically have to overlap any of this stuff. All right. So I'm going to add two functions. Check attribute. That will accept an ability system component. And then we'll duplicate that for apply attribute. In check attribute, we're going to use the ASC to get gameplay attribute value for two things. Going to make this a variable. We'll call this current attribute. This one will be max attribute. And we're just checking to see if the current is less than max. Oops, I didn't want to branch. Wanted to return a Boolean. And we always have to hook up that ASC there. And apply attribute, we're going to use the ASC to make an outgoing spec. That is going to use a gameplay effect class, which we will also make a variable. Call this GE class. Use that to assign tag set by caller magnitude. Going to make a variable from the data tag. Just get rid of the space, data tag is fine. And lastly, the magnitude, which we can just leave as magnitude. And then we need to use that ASC to apply gameplay effect spec to self. Now to call these functions, we want to, in our begin overlap, actor begin overlap, we want to cast the other actor to our player character. Get the ability system component from it. And then call check attribute. If is needed is true, then we will call apply attribute. And of course, lastly, destroy the pickup. So I'm going to create a child blueprint class from that. Call this BP ammo pickup. And here we can set the attributes to carried ammo and max carried ammo. Let's just make the magnitude 20. I'm going to create a data tag and call it ammo.carried.add.setByCaller. Make sure there's a source and select it. And the GE class we haven't made yet. So in our effects folder, we'll make a new gameplay effect. Call this GE ammo pickup. This will be instant with a modifier to carried ammo. And the value will be set by caller using the data tag we just created. Add that to the GE class. You can see our ammo is at 92. Pick that up, and it does nothing. So there were two reasons why that wasn't working. First of all, this is pickup base. I dragged it in too early. It should be ammo pickup. Pickup base had no values set for the attribute. Oops, a little high. And secondly, I forgot to drag this over here. So now when we pick that up, it adds 20 and then clamps it to 100. And with that working, let's create a pickup generator. So we'll create a new blueprint class. It'll be an actor as well. Call this BP pickup generator. This is going to be a cylinder. We'll make that the default. Just going to make that 0.1 height. This does not need any collision. And in here, we're going to do a few things. First, in the event tick, we're going to end up calling set timer by event. We'll set that as 5 seconds. We use this to create an event. Ooh, add event, not create. Call that spawn pickup event. That's going to be calling spawn actor. We want this generic, so we'll set the class as a variable. We'll split the transform so that we can use get actor location. Move it 60 up and set that as the spawn transform location. We can set this as always spawn, ignore collisions. And then the value that it creates, we're going to promote that to a variable, which is call that pickup. We're going to use that. So basically, every 5 seconds, well, currently, with some changes, every 5 seconds it would create or spawn that pickup, save the pickup as a variable. When the player walks into the pickup, this variable will no longer be valid. So up here we can use that. I'm going to convert that to a validated get. We also want to save the timer as a variable. We'll call that spawn timer handle. Drag that out here. Call is timer active. Throw out a branch, so when the pickup is gone, it's been picked up, that will be not valid. That will go over here. We'll make sure that the timer handle is not active. When it's not active, it will call set timer by event, set this handle, which makes it now active, at least for 5 seconds. 5 seconds later, it will spawn the actor. So basically what happens is we will start with no pickup here, so this will be not valid. There's no valid timer, so it will be false. 5 seconds later, it'll spawn it, and then this will be true, so it will stop there. So basically, this is just generating or calling the event when we've picked it up. 5 seconds later, it will spawn another one. Lastly, I'm going to, and I did the same thing. I don't want that one. I want to create a child, because these are intended to be generic. We'll call it ammo generator. Throw that one out here. And make sure its pickup class is set to ammo pickup. So 5 seconds after, it spawns the pickup. White on white, it's a little hard to see. Pick that up, full again. There's nothing there. 5 seconds after that, it's back. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video and would like to see more, you know what to do. And if you would like to support this channel or just want to download the project files, you can do so through my Patreon linked below.